Hey, this is Ghost Arik. Some of the shit got fucked up. The audio, I got a new audio thing, and listen, some shit cuts out. It's not the whole time. It's just in the little bit in the beginning, and like maybe like a couple times throughout. It's bearable. Enjoy.
What it is, baby? Welcome to Who Gets With podcast. I'm joined by my favorite of the K brothers, Ara. What's up, Ara? How you doing?
Good, good.
Also Arx here.
I'm here also.
How you doing, brother?
Which one?
Both of you.
Oh, good. You know,
Look at him. He's starstruck.
R's recording Snapchats.
Yeah.
I was behind the scenes work.
There you go. That's more than we
Or
do.
you gotta speak louder too.
Some behind the scenes work.
It's like the same volume.
Same level.
It's the same volume.
Man, Ara, first time on the show. Well, as a guest, the first time you were on the show was first episode.
When you
By
walked,
accident.
you walked in.
You walked in,
By accident.
and then you just talking about some. You're talking about something, and then we went, "Ara recording."
Yeah, and I think we just heard him in the background go, "All right," or something like very quietly,
Yeah.
like passively.
Anyways, so I don't know if you're a listener of the show or not. Most people who come on here probably aren't,
Are definitely not.
Yeah.
Except
Slacking.
Christina.
except Christina, his girlfriend. But
I've been slacking a little bit.
you've been
but,
slacking.
Yeah.
So we go through the news
Mm-hmm.
and talk about a main topic. This week's gonna be Loki.
Okay.
It was gonna be Fast and Furious 9, but I woke up late,
It happened.
and so I didn't have time to.
Okay.
So that'll be next week. And do all that. So
It's 9.
for 9,
Sounds good.
Would that be like fine?
uh,
Fine. Fine.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
It's yours.
I'm trying to pump some comedy into this.
Yeah, no.
I
I was
love the nanny.
carry on.
I just love the nanny.
All right.
How now, brown cow?
You like the nanny?
I've never heard of it.
You've never
Yes,
heard
you
of
have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Nick at Night?
Oh, Mr. Sheffield. The
Who
nanny
laughed?
lady.
The nanny.
I don't know if that's how she does it.
Ew, yeah.
Dude, look up the nanny. Hold on.
You know the nanny.
You definitely know the nanny. Anybody who grew up
It's
with
not
Nick
really
at Night.
flattering. No, I
The-
remember. I
Yeah, the
remember.
flashy girl from Flushing. To the
Oh.
theme song.
Oh.
Flashy girl from Flushing. The
Nanny.
nanny.
I remember that.
Yeah. They're getting a Broadway musical.
Everybody's coming back?
Written by her, because she's the actual writer of the show.
I'm getting serious.
Crazy. It's like a very... Apparently this show is very progressive for its time as
Yeah.
well.
Can't
The
wait to
writing
see-
was very...
Can't wait till we go to Broadway because we're in New York. That's the running gag of the show. Where we're in New York or Texas or Alabama
Or
or Australia
something Air Force Base.
or Moody Air Force
Moody
Base.
Air Force Base. I almost said Fort
Mm.
Knox.
We could be there too.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
You know what's funny is there's a lot of like tasteful LGBT jokes in The Nanny.
Yeah.
Like they're very tasteful and very funny. Like they have Romer's seal of approval at least.
Oh, Romer Seal approves a little different.
Yeah, that's fair.
Than most people.
He looked at it with a judgmental eye and only found nothing but good things.
Up. Down.
Yeah. She's like popping on Twitter. Fran Drescher's huge on Twitter. People love her.
People also like Dolly Parton on Twitter.
Dolly Parton?
Yeah.
This is live?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is she like really old?
She's like 7.
Dolly Parton.
Mm.
Oh.
Jesus.
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 I don't even know. I don't know what to think.
Look at that, like a golden girl.
That was when she was young.
You go to Dollywood?
Would I go to go? Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, I'd go. I don't give a fuck.
Or do you know what Dollywood is?
No.
It's like
Is
a
it like a museum?
it's like a theme park of Dolly Parton.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, they're
Related?
the godmother.
She's got a big head. Dolly Parton.
My sister has a small head.
Opposite.
Alright, let's get to the news. Sonic 2. You seen Sonic the Hedgehog?
Did you watch Sonic, Mara?
I don't think I did.
It's on Hulu.
It is on Hulu, and it's
It's on Hulu?
yeah. It's on Amazon Prime also for free without
Okay.
ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm bad when it comes to like watching.
I'm not that great with it
Kind
either.
of movies.
Sonic went way too long for. I just saw like less than a month ago.
The last time I've been to a movie in theaters was Endgame with Joe when it first came out.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago, 3.
Came out 2019, right?
2019.
It's about 2 years ago.
Well, and that's also around the time shit closed.
Yeah, we got it in like right before like shit closed.
Yeah.
No, like early in the year.
It was like a whole year before.
I thought
I'm
shit
just saying
closed.
like
I thought shit closed March 2019 was when at least
it's 2020.
That's what I meant.
I mean, but that was like the last of the big things to go see.
Yeah,
There was really nothing to go see.
but even then, before then, like I hardly went to the movies. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't even remember the last movie that was not a Marvel movie that I saw in theaters.
When was the last time you went?
Like recently, I saw Jigsaw Spiral.
Oh yeah, Chris
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah.
Did they use the 21 Savage song that they used in the trailer?
Yes.
How many problems like that?
A lot.
Yeah.
I
But was
that
it like an edited version? Like a remix?
I'm not
Like a
too
spooky
sure.
remix?
I hope.
It was.
Like how I know.
I'm gonna rate the movie.
Go for it.
I'm gonna rate it a 5.4
Out of 10.
Or 7?
out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I can believe that. Because some movies aren't that good.
No,
I'm
in
being a little
general, they're not.
generous.
Really?
You could go lower if you
Yeah.
want.
Why
to.
was it not good?
It was just like
What are you looking at?
it was just like it was just like really like cheesy, you know, like
Oh,
Yeah.
like and it's just in some parts where they were showing certain death scenes,
Yeah.
mhm.
it looked weird and
Cheesy.
yeah.
But you're also not like a big fan of horror, right?
No, I get, and not to say that I like a bias for that, because like I do get scared, but I want to see the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm a big horror guy and I get scared.
Yeah.
I'm a pussy.
I've screamed, like I've yelled. In
I
theater.
saw it, the first It, the newer one,
Okay.
alone in theaters. Like it was just a theater by myself, and
and
I was literally just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm just gonna wait till the lights turn back on.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
Did you see chapter 2 by yourself?
No, I saw that with Alyssa and Morgan.
Mm.
You don't know. You know.
I know, yeah.
I
Chapter
can't-
2 was good.
Chapter 2 is good.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
James, no.
They should have
Ham-
had like the book
Ha-
ending, and then
Nah.
for
James.
the final scene.
James.
Nah.
Come on.
Bill Hader. What's his name?
Bill Hader. Were you trying to remember a name?
Yeah.
Bill Hader.
You'll it'll probably come up in the audio.
Yeah.
If you listen back to it.
Me and him talking, and then you just going,
Him.
Jack.
James.
Jack.
James.
Sicilian.
Yeah. Stop it.
All right. What would you have thought if they kept it like the book ending? In it, for
You mean with the
chapter
orgy
2?
of children?
Yeah.
It's gross.
It's gross.
No.
That's
fucking-
very gross.
Stephen King is insane.
Stephen King.
Stephen King from the SNL skit.
Yeah.
In here in Maine with Stephen King and Gators. I don't know what else they were saying.
Homo Bang Main baby. Homo Jazz. Mardi Gras.
Stephen King. Mwah.
Gators.
Jamie Foxx is so funny in that
Yeah.
skit.
I love that. It's one of my favorite SNL skits. Yeah, Stephen King's
You-
pretty crazy. Though.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. This woman wants nothing more than to be pregnant. Oh!
Harold. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy Harold.
Easy Harold.
Slow. Slow.
SNL is one of those shows where, like, every 5 years, everyone also always goes, SNL hasn't been funny in 10 years.
Yeah.
And every, like, 10 years, they always say that, or every 5 years, they always say that.
Every generation of SNL is the best generation according to some, and the worst according to others.
Yeah, every time they're like, 5 years ago, SNL was
Yeah.
way better than this.
Yeah.
Right now, they're in a weird point, though.
They always are. They're it's a show that's
Yeah.
never not
I-
on.
The thing that, like, is really funny to me is that, like, the fact that people were really relying on Elon Musk for Bitcoin, or no, for Dogecoin
Mm,
on SNL, and he did not mention it, and then Doge plummeted.
Yeah.
And then
Kinda
I have a
took a shit
friend
right
that like lost out on like $600 because of that.
Nice.
I sold Doge at like 77 cents, and then it dropped. It hasn't
You sold
gone
it 77?
Yeah.
You made fat cash off of it.
It wasn't like I doubled my money.
Yeah,
I made 900.
yeah, you doubled. Yeah,
You dropped 450.
Yeah. I came back with like, so I made four.
So you doubled it, yeah.
Yeah, nice. I don't.
We-
I keep my money in my mattress.
Like Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. Like Benny from George Lopez.
Yeah. You we know someone who I can't say their name on this. We know of them, they're a photographer. He put his money in the Doge and he put in like 3K when it was like at 35 or 38 or something around
Cents?
40, around 40 cents. And then he was waiting for that blow up on 420, the day that I said that I was going to sell, and I did, and I made a slight profit. But he was like, I'm holding on, held on, and he even put all the money that he got from a wedding gig into
Yep.
Doge, and then did not make as much back.
Yeah. I don't know if he sold or not, or when he did, or if he's still holding on. I don't know.
Yeah, Javier's still holding. My other friend.
Him we can mention.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Oh, the
Banana.
recent Sonic 2 prep film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they going back to the original design?
I don't know.
No, they wouldn't.
No, they have tails in it. So
They got Nux?
I don't know if they have. Don't say it like that.
Captain Knuckle?
Don't say it like that.
Why?
Knuckles. Put some respect on.
Have you seen
Knuckles.
Sonic Boom?
No.
Yeah.
Have you seen Sonic Boom?
I've never heard of Sonic Boom.
It's the like new cartoon for Sonic, where like they changed complete, like Sonic has like a neckerchief, like a little like ascot.
Handkerchief?
neckerchief.
Handkerchief?
No,
No,
the-
handkerchief wasn't.
That's it. The one around the neck is a neckerchief. I know it's a very promiscuous word.
Yeah.
It's like an
Like an
ascot.
ascot.
No.
He has like an ascot essentially.
That does not sound.
It's fine. So he has like that, and then he has like his quills are now just hair that like kind of flow down, kind of. And then Knuckles is huge and ripped,
I've seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
that image.
and I don't know if Amy and Sonic are canon dating, but you know. Do you know that Sonic might be faster than the Flash in the comics of Sonic,
Maybe.
comparatively to the Flash?
Yeah.
Sonic can run between dimensions in a blink of an eye. He can run
I
across the
refuse
universe.
to accept that.
It's another universe. He has
refuse
his
to.
own rules. He can go faster than the Flash. Flash can run back in time. Sonic can run between dimensions.
The Flash can literally go
Back in time.
into the future.
Yeah.
He can run through time.
He can run through time.
You just said-
Sonic can go through dimensions. He breaks the
Isn't
fabric
that-
of
isn't
space
that
time.
what- That's what the Flash does. He goes to the time force.
He goes to the Speed
The
Force.
speed.
Speed
Same
Force.
thing. He goes to the,
Or like he made the word.
I thought it was like a no word or
Yeah.
something.
he goes to the Speed Force, but he also goes to different Earths and different universes.
He does go through different.
Look, I'm just
I'm
going
gonna
off.
move on. How about that?
I don't like Sonic.
I mean,
To be clear, I don't like Sonic like that.
pushback on some movies.
I'm a passive Sonic viewer.
Pushback on some movies. Dune got pushed back
Ooh.
couple weeks.
Dune got pushed back.
Yeah, again,
They're making another Dune.
we've talked about this many times.
Damn, ain't that crazy?
Yeah, they're making another Dune. We've talked about this.
Is Dune the one with the sandfish
Worm.
or the worm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandfish.
Wasn't that on Sci-Fi?
No, that's
No.
Sand Sharks.
No.
Sand
It was
Sharks.
Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
I used to
Oh,
like
and you're
that.
also thinking of
I used to like one of those shows.
remember what was the one with the
Tremors.
Tremors?
Mm,
Everything in
that was a
Tremors
good
also.
one.
Snake things,
Yeah.
and then they come out.
That was a good one.
They
yeah.
can't eat you if you're on hard rocks.
Yeah, they can't go through rock.
Just
Mm.
sand and dirt, sediment.
That's another franchise that got exploited. We should do a list one time. Like that should be an episode.
One time for the one.
Franchises that just got milked dry.
Tremors got milked dry after the first one.
Yeah, because I think the common thread is the first one's really good, and the rest are terrible.
It's like Thanksgiving and like
Thanksgiving's only 2 movies. Thanksgiving 3? That's the joke of Thanksgiving 3, that there's no Thanksgiving 2.
I gotta look it up now. I heard there's like one where they're in space.
Oh, I don't know about the fucking space thing.
There's a bunch of Thanksgiving.
Well, you don't have that many options.
Yeah. That's the joke of Thanksgiving 3. Quote unquote.
Is that there's no secret?
There's
Oh, they're trying to recover Thanksgiving too?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Uh,
How much comedy is
In
in this
theory.
movie?
Huh?
How much comedy is in that
It's like one of those like campy like
the first one,
self-aware movies.
the first one's funny, like I think relatively. Then it does what Sharknado did, and it got too self-aware.
There's a girl that gets raped by a turkey in that movie.
Yeah,
Like a puppet turkey.
they're not good.
No, they're not good movies.
They're not good at all.
Yeah.
I'm a big purveyor of these like shitty movies.
You provide
Purveyor.
for one though.
Purveyor?
It's like PUR. Is it?
Purveyor.
It is
Purveyor.
PUR. A person who sells or deals. You provide. Yeah.
I'm this one.
You're the second one.
I
The second
spread and promote an idea or view.
traditional Christian values. You do that.
I'm a purveyor of shitty movies. I flaunt them. I always tell people to watch not trigger warning, but content warning. I like telling people to watch Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD.
Oh,
Yeah. It's Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a very funny movie.
Yeah.
But like it is equally as racist as most movies from that time.
Or
If not more so, because
Yeah.
it's centered around specifically a white cop that gets kissed by an Asian voodoo man, essentially, with worms in his mouth, and then he becomes Sergeant Kabuki Man, who's like a superhero that's centered around Asian stereotypes.
Yeah. Kabuki.
Kabuki, yeah.
Is that like a
Very old.
bad word?
No, Kabuki?
Is that like an offensive?
No,
term or
a
something?
Kabuki
No.
is like someone who it was like the a Kabuki. I think it's just the garb. Kabuki, or it also might be theater.
Oh.
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah, it's a type of like dance drama.
Yeah.
The Kabuki
I was
theater.
scared to say it. I'm like, they're just.
No,
flirting,
because
like,
the whole thing
ooh.
is centered around like a Kabuki like
Look, we edit these things.
theater.
So we would have
Okay.
if we found out we were just saying some horrible shit, we would just gone in and
Snip it.
snip this out.
Okay.
We've never done that yet, so
Yeah.
you know. We haven't
To
had
clarify, we've
Yeah.
never
We
done
have not had to yet.
Yeah. Where we
Yo,
are
we got Kabuki theaters out here.
in Burbank. Not out here. In New York.
Burbank, New York.
That's not that far, though.
Burbank.
There's only one Burbank. More Burbank?
We're talking about Burbank, Missouri,
And Oklahoma. They're right next to each other.
and also Ohio.
And Missouri.
Yeah. In the
Alright.
township in Minnesota.
Moving on. Rob Zombie. You know him.
Dragula.
Yeah, he does that song. You ever heard of Dragula?
Yeah.
Damn on the witches.
Bitches and down with the bitches and down
No,
with the
burn
with
on the witches
and
and dig on the ditches.
dig through the ditches and
Dig-
burn with the witches.
Slam
Climb on the back of my
Dragula.
Dragula. It's a good song.
It's a good hype song.
Rob
Yeah.
Zombie's also a movie director.
Yeah. On topic,
Heyo.
Rob Zombie directing The Munsters.
Really?
Yeah. What's weird is that all of his movies are weird and gross.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're
I
also
don't like-
very like.
I don't like Rob Zombie as a director. He's only ever really had one good one, but people dick ride that one good one like it's nobody's business.
Which one? Which movie is that?
The Devil's Reject.
I don't know it. Look, it's like the Addams Family, but less.
Yeah. I've always been more of an Addams Family guy.
Yeah, same.
I have a family member who's
Who's this? Gamora?
Laura.
I don't know who this is.
I don't know who that is.
Who's the lady from Merlin story? Gamora?
No.
Is there a Gamora?
Stop saying Gamora. Gamora's from Marvel.
No. I'm not talking about that one. The Gamora in
Sodom and Gomorrah from the Bible. You are a purveyor of Christian values.
Gamora.
It's not Gomorrah. It's not Gomorrah. Just look up Merlin women.
Merlin love. Except Prophet Morgan Le Fay. Gwen.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
No.
How did we?
Morgana. That's what I was thinking of. Morgana. Gamora.
Yeah, I was like,
I
stop
was thinking of
saying
Morgana. Morgana was what I was thinking.
Stop saying
Gamora and
Gamora.
Morgana are close.
In what way?
Gamora, Morgana,
They end in a
I think it's like the
Gamora,
hard G.
Morgana.
Well,
It's like flipping a letter. Morgana, Gamora. It's just flipping the G and the M.
that hard G is pretty.
Gamora, Morgana.
It's more than just flipping that. It's doing this.
Let me type Morgana. Oh, no, let me type Gamora. No, Morgana.
Morgana. And then type Gamora.
Yeah, and then look. He swap the letters. Formana.
Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you do this to
It's
yourself?
close.
They have words they share, yeah.
Look at that. And it autocorrects. Morgana, Formana, Gamora.
And also, not even the Marvel one's close to Morgana, by the way. It's because the Marvel one's Gamori.
Gamora. Zoe Saldana. What are we talking about?
I don't know. Took me off topic.
Kind of forgot.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
I don't know. Rob Zombie's
It's
psycho.
so hot today, man. It's like 100 something. Not anymore.
90.
Well, let's look.
It's
That lies.
90.
That lies.
It's 90.
It's a quiet 90.
It's a quiet 90.
Quiet 96.
This came with a new update of Windows, by the way, and I can't turn it off. I looked through my settings for like half an hour.
Did they pull that from the internet?
I know, but it lied to me once before.
Yeah, because that's the other thing probably like me.
It was like 108 today earlier.
It was great. Like when I got out of work, and it's cool in the building when I'm working. But like, when I got out of work, my forehead was red. I was like, no, what did I?
Mm-hmm.
I got out of the shower and I was immediately sweating.
Yeah.
Do you do cold showers now?
I go hot.
I've been doing cold showers now,
I go hot.
just to stay fresh while out of the shower.
I go hot.
It lasts for a while.
I go hot and then like right before I get out,
Hold it.
all the way cold, ice cold.
That sounds not bad. That was good.
Thank you. And I put my mouth. To it.
You can do it.
Can't do it.
Put my mouth in that one.
But I went like this. I put my mouth to it.
Yeah.
To my hand. Moving on. Next bit of news.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I feel like I'm skipping through these. Keep changing the topic.
Yeah.
Transformers, the newest one, got a title.
What's it?
Rise
Oh.
of the Beast. Gonna be
Oh.
Beast Wars. Yeah.
Yo.
They're doing the dinosaurs.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars, alright. Like Beast.
Not dinosaurs.
They're doing the animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the cheetah one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sick.
I was in the trailer, like in the or like what?
Trailer.
Not the trailer. Sorry, it was on like a cover. It was a blue transformer with like cat ears, kind of.
Like the
Look it up. Look it up.
motorcycle.
They have a cover already?
Transformers, Beast Wars.
Don't look up Beast Wars. Look up Rise of the Beast.
Oh. Rise of the Dark Spark?
No.
Rise of the Beast. Images.
What did you see, Ara?
Yeah.
It's on Twitter.
That's what I've seen on Twitter.
Transformers.
Rise of the Beast.
Yo, you remember? Oh, never mind. I remember. What is that?
That's a gorilla.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. He's kind of like Optimus Prime head.
He does have Optimus Prime head. Is Optimus Prime like a gorilla?
I think in Beast Wars he is.
Wow.
A lot of people grew up watching Beast Wars. They think it's the best.
That's what I was thinking of. This thing.
Yeah, they think it's the best Transformers thing. I never saw Beast Wars, so I can't. I'm also
I-
not a big Transformers guy.
So
So
I used to be big into it as a kid. But we have like the game here, like on
Yeah.
PS2.
There was a 2000s cartoon that came out.
Yeah.
I never saw that one.
What was have you ever
I have the VHS of the movie Transformers the movie, not the 2007 one.
the cartoon, right?
The cartoon.
The old one.
That's pretty much it. That's Beast Wars.
The old one?
Beast Wars.
Wow.
It was like the first shows to use like computer generated stuff.
Yeah, wow. That's
Yeah.
really funny.
I don't know. This is a legit.
That's from Bumblebee, son.
I saw it too. I saw.
I've never
saw
seen
that.
Bumblebee. I heard it was good though.
It's all right.
I heard it was like pretty good.
It's all right. It's, you know,
What is that?
that's from
Dark Knight, maybe. I don't even know.
the last.
Not the
new,
Dark Knight.
last night.
I don't know.
It's
The
some Fallen Night.
The
Like,
fall-
something like that.
What's the last one? What's the newest one called?
I don't even know.
Transformers. Last Night, Dark Knight.
The last
Space
Prime,
Knight?
Prime. The Prime.
Get out of
Meridian.
images though.
The last Prime.
The last
Bumblebee.
night,
The last night.
not last night.
The last Prime.
I don't know. It's King Arthur. So
Why does Dark of the Moon not have a picture on Google?
why? Why bother? Nobody cares.
That was the last one I saw.
The last. Well, I've seen.
Whoa, Age of Extinction? Did dinosaurs?
Dude, there's gonna be a Snake Eyes movie.
Yeah, I saw. I heard people are really that excited for it.
I don't know.
Oh, what?
Like
Isn't Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe?
Yeah,
That's gonna be sick.
he is the character is cool, but
that movie doesn't look good.
yeah. Dragula.
Look at that. It doesn't look good.
It's a yeah.
Come on, yes it
The
does.
second GI Joe movie starts with immediately killing
Everybody from the last movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
except Snake Eyes. I'm pretty sure.
They didn't bring Ray Park back to be Snake Eyes. That kinda
Mm.
sucks. He's the one who did it in the first two.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because it's kind of weird. Well, it's a weird thing, Snake Eyes.
This is what I saw. Oh, I guess it's Bumblebee, right?
Yeah, it's Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Anyways, while we're on the topic of Transformers, Tyrese, as you can see there on that cast list.
My name is Tyrese.
Hold on. I remember what it was. It wasn't My Name is Tyrese. It's like she said Tyrese.
Okay.
This is what I saw.
That's just from the last night, I think.
Yeah.
No.
He has a
Yes.
sword.
This is it.
That's from the last night. All right, look, he has a sword in that one.
That's the sword from the last night.
I guarantee you, if you go to images, that exact image popped up.
Yeah, alright. Okay. I give up. I concede.
The same sword and everything.
Yeah,
Is Mark Wahlberg still in these movies?
yeah. I don't know.
How
If
did he get introduced to these movies?
How did he get introduced?
Like in the first one that he is in, how did they get rid of Sam Witwicky?
It's been 10 years since the last movie. In that
They didn't
world.
even address it. They just kind of.
Yeah, it's new protagonist.
I've never seen the new ones.
They don't. There's no fanfare to it.
There's no fair.
Moving on. Tyrese wants a Transformers, Fast and Furious crossover. You know, nobody cares what Tyrese wants.
No,
anyway.
no, he tried to leave it, right? Or was that someone else?
He got in a beef with The Rock.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
he's all like, man, it's not fair that The Rock gets his own movie. I've been here since day one, but not really because he was in the sequel.
Yeah.
And then disappeared for like 2 of them, then came
Came
back.
back.
All right, so not really day one. But anyways, and he goes, I'm going to leave. And then everybody went, oh, you're still in the meeting?
Did he ask for more money? And then he went, "You can't make more of these without me." And then they went, "We'll get someone else." And then he was like, "Never mind. I'll just do it."
We patch things up, me and The Rock. And then The Rock goes,
Who are you?
yeah, that's what he goes. He goes,
Yeah.
who?
You were supposed to help me pack up my mobile gym, right? Where I carry thousands of pounds of gym equipment with me wherever I go.
Imagine like The Rock's thing coming out. It's like Tyrese has problems. Tyrese the singer?
He doesn't even know that he's an actor.
Yeah. No, Tyrese from Fast and Furious. He's in them?
My name is Tyrese, that guy?
Yeah.
That's not how it goes.
They wanted to do a Fast and Furious and Jurassic Park
We said that on
Combination.
Jurassic,
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Jurassic
Yeah.
World.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're owned by Universal, so
Mm-hmm.
they could do it if they want to.
I don't know.
How would they? Doesn't
feel
matter.
like-
I don't know.
Doesn't matter how they do it because it's a jump the shark. Both of those franchises have jumped the shark, so they could do whatever the fuck they want, really.
Fast and Furious, they are like, I feel like just throwing out spitballs to every like movie type, or like to every what are they called? Trilogy? No,
Franchise.
Thank you. They're throwing out like feelers to every franchise to see if anyone wants to like
Who's the most receptive?
to get in on it.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's gonna be Last Witch Hunter, and
It's not gonna be Last Witch Hunter. Last
Chip-
Witch Hunter didn't make any money. Not a franchise
so
either.
it was the Last Witch Hunter.
It was the last.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about the Red Man?
You gotta see when he.
What is it? Nightburn? Night Shadow.
You gotta let him.
What is it?
You gotta let him go a little bit.
He's always in the dark.
Pitch Black.
Pitch.
The movie.
It's called Pitch Black?
Yeah.
No way.
Where Riddick is introduced. Yeah.
Riddick, yeah. Chronicles of Riddick.
But he's introduced in Pitch Black.
Yeah,
And then he
Diesel.
bought the rights to Riddick.
Vin Diesel, man.
You know how he got the rights to Riddick? He
No.
came out and he did the cameo in Fast and Furious 3. Tokyo Drift?
Riddick?
Yeah. He goes, I'll do that cameo if you give me the rights to Riddick. And they went, what? The rights to what?
Who got the rights?
Vin Diesel owns the rights to Riddick.
Really?
Yes.
Does he make money off of it today?
Probably like
Yeah.
DVD sales maybe.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
he'll get like royalties for like $15.
know. Yeah.
Dude,
The-
they had like an animated Riddick. Oh my god,
Yeah, it was
that
pretty
show
cool.
was fucked.
The
up,
game was
dude.
pretty-
It was sick, huh?
The game was pretty good too. The
Oh,
first one.
I watched Funhouse play that.
Yeah.
I
Pretty fun.
want Fast and Furious with Blade.
Why Blade? Why don't bring Blade into this?
I don't know.
Don't
Then
bring
you're-
Blade
then
into
you're
this.
introducing Marvel into a Fast and Furious.
Blade Marvel?
Yeah.
Blade is Marvel, yeah.
He's like Spawn.
How's it like Spawn?
Isn't Spawn also Marvel?
No.
What is it? DC?
No.
It's not?
No.
Spawn's not Marvel?
Or
I
DC.
thought I've talked about this with someone.
No.
Isn't
Me. He's Image Comics.
Spawn Marvel or DC?
Then they'll go neither. DC, Marvel, or
Todd
Image.
McFarlane.
Yeah. Image
sounds
is the
weird.
publisher.
They were Batman Spawn crossovers. Oh.
Don't act like that's that's what you were thinking of.
Exactly what I was.
Don't act.
He's actually in the background of that one panel with Batman's dick out. You can see Spawn in the background trying to take a
No,
look.
it's he's like cozy up to it.
Oh yeah, he's nuzzling.
Like, hey, I'm Spawn. What's up?
Am I recording? Yeah, okay.
Oh my god. I wish we weren't.
Looper. What's the Night Watch?
Don't stop. Close this tab.
Okay. That was kinda
Close this
cool, though.
tab. Stop. Close this tab. Close that tab too.
Are those spoilers right there?
No, because he's
No.
gonna fall down a hole.
What's
so I'm
Night
cutting it
Watch?
off right now. Moving on. Next bit of news.
Night Watch.
So, Disney wants Disney
wants Disney.
wants to put more shows out there. But they want it more adult oriented.
Ooh.
But guess the problem is they can't do it on Disney Plus.
Disney Triple X.
Disney Plus Plus Plus.
Can they just make a? It's just
Why
the X
can't-
is rotated.
Yeah.
Why can't they do it on Disney Plus?
Because Disney Plus is like a.
Family oriented.
It's like
They
it
can
has
make
their
it-
name.
But they can make it like they can make it a section where it's like
adults.
That's what they do in Europe. You know what us Americans got to do?
What?
We go to Hulu because Disney owns the majority of Hulu.
Ah.
And so what they want is they want to put some R-rated shows on Hulu, and reportedly,
Reportedly.
I write down the article. Site? No.
Thank you, whoever wrote this article.
But I wrote reportedly.
Okay,
But
that's
it's
fair.
reported.
Someone reported this.
Someone reported this. Punisher is going to be the first of that line.
We've already gotten a Punisher series.
Yeah, they're probably going to do another season.
Oh, interesting.
Probably.
I'd hope
imagine
so.
they put the old Punisher movies on.
I like the guy a lot. Oh, the old ones.
Yeah.
Like where he
The-
puts the popsicle on the guy.
Dude,
Yeah.
like what was like 90s?
Early
2004.
2000s.
Early 2000s?
Yeah.
2004,
Yo.
2004 and like 2010.
Okay. I was
Different
sick.
guys, both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking about the older one then.
Remember when he gets
There
like
was one in the 80s with Dolph Lundgren.
I think.
But like,
hold on.
they didn't even. It wasn't even. It was Punisher Light.
Yeah. Do you remember the scene? It's like I think at the beginning of one of the Punishers where they gun him down and then he falls in the water and
That's
it's like you see the
2004.
blood
Yeah,
and then he
that's-
floats back up to the top or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2004 Punisher.
Yeah,
How does he
I'm thinking
survive
about
that?
The 2004 one. This is a good one.
What makes me
I
sad
liked
is
it.
that the Punisher
28%.
logo has been
Come on now.
Yeah, everybody just takes advantage of the
Punisher logo.
Punisher logo.
Yeah.
This is my thing. This
What
is-
did the guy say? The guy that was in the Punisher say about that? He's like, "Stop it!
He's like, that's not your logo.
Yeah, please stop that."
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Even the guy who created Punisher's like,
Stop.
you're forgetting the message of what Punisher is.
Yeah.
You fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to The Punisher isn't a character you worship.
Yeah.
That's the point of the character.
He like just murders.
He murders. Yeah.
He murders evil people, but he's pretty brutal about it too.
Yeah. But he's not a good person himself.
He's like an anti-hero.
You're not supposed to like Punishers.
He's a good father.
Well,
sometimes he isn't.
Kids are dead.
Traditionally, the deal with him is that he wasn't that great of a father and a husband to begin with. But then when like they're dead, because he's just a guy who's obsessed with being in war because he was a soldier.
Yeah.
And then when his like family dies, like I got a new mission now, and that's what he's doing it in their name, but it's not because like he loves them that much. It's because he's like, now I got a new mission to do it.
Yeah.
To do, and it's gonna be that.
Well,
But then like
he's
along the
really
way, he learns.
He was really like devastated.
Sometimes he learns, sometimes he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Depends on the thing.
Ah.
Yeah.
He's avenging their death. Like,
Sometimes.
But it's called the Revenger.
The revenge. Moving on. Nice bit of news.
Who does he punish?
Bad
The bad boy.
The bad boy. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Oh, what crossover?
That'd be
Fast
cool.
Furious, Blue Streak.
Fast and Furious and Blue Streak.
Yeah.
They go to Mexico and it's Martin Lawrence at a bar.
Yeah.
But he still has the diamond because like
I don't know how to sell this.
how can I get rid of this diamond?
I just gotta keep
And
it.
then Luke Wilson pops up and goes, "Bye. Huh?
Wow. You know, I learned something from you.
Yeah. You taught me how to be a better cop. Ironically, since you're a criminal."
Emily. Vin.
Then
And Riddick comes in.
from a spaceship.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
What's the point with that? What, like, he can't see the brightness?
You can't see in.
and then as
Makes
soon
him
as you
weak?
see him, you have to turn the lights off too.
He can't see. He can't see in the
Light.
light. He has his eyes
It's
are
so
different.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like-
why he walks around with welder goggles.
Aren't those like with like a red tint in them too or something?
No.
Oh. Alright.
Sunglasses?
Aren't they on like a red tinted planet at one point?
Yeah,
With, like desert storms or something?
all of them are fucking desert planets.
Got it, okay.
He always just ends up in a desert planet.
What planet in Star Wars are they moisture farming? Tatooine?
Tatooine.
Maybe Riddick's on Tatooine.
They would shoot Riddick in an instant.
No.
What?
No.
Alright. Moving on. Next
Trying to get Vin Diesel on here.
next bit of news here.
Let's go from when the
PC political culture has struck in again. They want to change the name of Boba Fett's ship from a slave one to just Boba Fett's ship.
Didn't even propose a good name?
No,
Dang it.
I'm just kidding. This is allegedly. I wrote allegedly constantly because I'm.
Was it a big Twitter thing?
It wasn't
or
a
something?
Twitter thing. It was a clickbait article where it just went. Star Wars considering changing Boba Fett's name, ship's name.
My favorite thing that I see now when I peruse articles on the internet about like entertainment stuff is there's a lot of stuff where you see that they're like people are saying, and then they link a tweet image, like a JPEG of a tweet that they screenshot that has like 3 likes and like 1 retweet, which is like from the person that posted the tweet, and it's like this is problematic.
Yeah.
And then like people are up in arms about this, and
it's just
it's like
3 dudes that are.
yeah, it's like you're really fucking
Like a bot account.
they're reaching. Yeah. There are articles that are written by bots. A lot of articles online, if you see them like written in broken English, it's a AI pumping out articles so that they could just farm ad revenue off of articles. Like,
Yeah.
crazy.
But that's what I saw. I'm like, that's pretty funny. I'm gonna write it down and talk about it here.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So,
Who cares?
why is it called Slave One?
No reason.
All right.
Why is it called the Millennium Falcon?
Because falcons are
Because
fast.
it's big.
No, well, they're fast.
Well, are Falcons big?
They're fast.
Millennium. Big.
That
Are Falcons big? Millennium.
big. No, but a falcon is like the fastest bird, I think. It has like the fastest like descending speed. And then what's a millennium? Like 100 years? 1,000 years?
1,000 years.
It's as fast as a
Thousand-year-old ship.
Yeah, 1,000 falcons.
Yeah.
In a year.
Why is anything called anything in that?
I don't know.
Why is
they
it
call
called
Yoda?
Why is it called an Imperial Star Destroyer? It doesn't destroy stars.
But it could. It has the power to destroy a star.
They didn't try. You don't see that.
That's just like a cool name, okay, Joe?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying to you.
What, Slave One?
That's what I'm saying. It's like Slave
No,
One.
but-
There you go.
It's called a Star Destroyer because that infers that it has the power to destroy a star. So the name Slave One, I'm trying to see if it infers something as well.
Yeah. Slaveman.
Number one.
Yeah. He's a bounty hunter who catches people.
Oh,
But he doesn't enslave them. What are they doing in the new Boba Fett show?
I don't know. It hasn't come out.
no, dude, he's
What happened at the end of the Boba Mandalorian?
He shoots a guy and then he sits on
And then he sits on a throne.
Yeah.
Was it Jabba's throne?
Yes.
Is Jabba dead?
Yes.
When did he die?
So long ago.
Who killed him?
Leia.
Oh, when she
She doesn't shoot him.
no, she chokes him out
Yes.
with a chain.
Yes.
Whoa. All right.
It's called Slave One because they want to call it Slave One. No reason not to call it Slave
Was it because of the slave Leia outfit?
One. What? Nobody. They don't say that's a slave Leia outfit.
They don't call that. Why is it
I
called the
think-
slave Leia
I
outfit?
think
People called it that, and then
Really?
it just catched on.
I think it's called Slave One because he's transporting slaves.
Yeah, he probably does that. He's a piece of shit.
He needs money for his Beskar.
He already has best.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He needs it for his spies.
What's his goal?
Money.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he like not trying to like avenge his
Well,
father?
the point of his character is that you don't know anything about him. He's just the antagonist that pops up.
He had 5 lines in all of Star Wars.
Yeah, maybe not even that.
He had 5. 4 if you don't count. Ah! Yeah.
I don't count.
He had 4. The 5th one being ah.
The 5th one's ad lib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know that.
You counted them.
Epic Rap Battle History.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's Let me see. I'm trying to think. He's introduced originally in Empire Strikes Back, and then he goes, "No disintegration," and he goes, "As you wish." That's one.
As you wish.
As you wish. That's his
Okay.
first line. As you wish.
Are you gonna actually remember all of his lines?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
I do that.
All right.
And then
We're on the Stap Wap. Is this?
We're in a step up somewhere. I don't know. Then I think when they're about to like freeze Han, he goes, someone goes, "It could kill him," and then Boba goes, "He's no good to me, dead."
Okay, I know that line.
Yeah. And then
Schizophrenics pay triple, 1 for each head. No, that's from Epic Rap Battle History.
I'm about to say, how the fuck do you guys know this?
No. That's,
I know because I've seen a lot of Star Wars.
I just am quoting the Epic Rap Battle History of Boba Fett versus Deadpool.
Oh, put him in the cargo hold,
Put him in the cargo hold.
which is when they're putting Han's body in their ship.
Does he say anything before he goes into the Sarlacc pit?
I don't think he says anything in Return of the Jedi at all.
Ah.
So that's 4.
There might be one more.
There might be another one. Who knows?
Epic Rap Battle History does their research pretty well.
Who knows?
They said 5. They said one of them was ah. Moving on.
Last bit of news.
Oh wow. Rocketed ahead to these ones.
I'm just trying to not kill myself.
I know. Oh.
Disney has reportedly confirmed, I think, in the article that I read, altered the end credit scene of WandaVision.
Really?
There's like a shadowy figure popped up somewhere. And then
When she's like in the forest?
yeah,
Oh.
Is that supposed to stand for something? Or?
Probably
People are
someone's watching her or something.
people are saying like it's Doctor Strange walking in,
Oh.
but I read one article that said
Yeah.
that, and then I went, that's probably not true. It's just like bullshit or
Yeah.
whatever. Then I saw a second article confirming it, and then they had like a tweet screenshot. I went, all right, that's
Oh, got it.
that's good enough for me.
I was thinking WandaVision, Loki, they all kind of tie into Doctor Strange a little bit.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Well, Loki definitely, they confirmed that it will. But for WandaVision, that's more of a theory, I believe.
Well, she's in the cast of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Wanda?
Yeah, she's assuming
Double D, sir. Double D's 1E.
What?
Read it?
Re-edit.
Oh.
It's Reddit.
Come
No,
on.
I'm trying to get the re-edit.
Oh, I thought you were going on Reddit.
Why can't I click anything? WandaVision re-edit.
Fan edits. This is fan edits.
Damn it, no. WandaVision
Go to images. Post credit scene. Type that in.
post credit.
Change. Arrow.
They got an arrow pointing somewhere. Hold on.
Disney has changed WandaVision's post on the direct. This is a pretty legit website.
Okay. Thank you, the direct. I don't see a shadowy figure.
That's original updated.
What's the difference in this image?
Original. I'm sure. It's further away?
What?
It's brighter.
A little bit?
They added trees here.
Cool.
See that? Oh, this is like one of those games where it's like, what's different in the images?
Yeah.
So they added trees here and here. They added trees here and here.
The episode's credits have been updated to the inclusion of the Doctor Strange theme. There you go.
What about
There was no shadowy figure that I'm seeing there.
they edited this? Kind of.
Yeah.
There's like more trees here. And then this looks different as well right here.
Why edit
Why
this?
did they do that?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to...
Reddit user, a not cool guy, has recently shared a video showing the press credits being edited. Original? Okay, so the
Trees are more alive, I guess.
Oh, I guess they just made it look nicer?
This is a weird thing.
What are people talking about a shadowy figure?
I don't see no shadowy figure.
Huh.
You know, that looks like an eye. Like where the arrow's pointing to. Looks like an eye.
I think they're just pointing at a tree.
That's just
Because they added trees. Post credit scene. Shadowy figure. What article did you look at this at?
I think it's direct.
Mm.
Nah, forget this. All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
I like WandaVision.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
Moving on.
we had a whole episode about it.
All right, main topic time. Loki, you're caught up, right?
Yeah.
You're caught up?
Lurky. Yeah.
I'm caught up. That's what we're going to talk about. Thoughts?
On Loki?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have to think about it.
Fuck. I like it. I really like it.
Stop.
Hammer time.
Stop.
I really like the story they're telling.
Yeah?
Like with different Loki, different.
This is gonna be spoilers, by the way.
Spoiler, yeah, we're going to put up a time. We're trying to avoid spoilers for now.
Okay.
And then we'll do a spoiler section.
Yeah.
But just, if I would recommend just, maybe skipping this whole
If you
bit.
want to watch Loki with no spoilers, skip.
Fresh, nobody's thoughts or ideas.
Insert audio clip here to skip to. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, 48:05 or whatever. I don't know. Oh, but then I'm gonna add the music. That's like 8 seconds. 48:13.
We'll do it before you add the music.
Yeah. All right. Well, but I gotta add the music so it'll change the time.
Make the changes before you add the music.
But then it changes the time.
Do like the cut. You
Yeah.
insert the audio thing.
But then I'm gonna add the music, which will push it forward 8 seconds. So then that cut will be 8 seconds ahead now.
You're giving Joe age right now.
It's just how time works on a timeline. If you add 8 seconds to the audio,
Yeah.
it will then push everything else 8 seconds ahead.
And I'm saying
not
do
what
the
he's saying.
I'm saying do the change before you put the music in.
But then I'd have to account for the 8 seconds.
Before you put the music in.
Yeah. But what if it's
So
not?
there's no 8 seconds in it. You put the clip,
Yeah.
you cut that out, and you insert it. Is what I'm saying.
Blink, blink, blink.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
In the edit. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either.
I'm dying of heat stroke.
I'm pretty sure we both just confused ourselves.
Fuck.
Alright, just confused.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
What do you have in there?
Hold on. Damn it! I'm trying to turn the fan on. Why is the fan pointing away from this room? Damn it!
I think your dad was there earlier.
Damn it! was like, the fan's on. I don't feel anything. It's like 100 degrees out here in New York.
Yeah, fucking major heat wave here in Oregon.
Joe, what's your opinion on Loki?
Oh, it's pretty good. I like it. Yeah.
What's your favorite part so far?
favorite part?
Or favorite thing that they're touching on, I guess? I don't know. If is there anything in particular that you're like, that has grabbed me?
Trying to think.
Ooh.
Loki. They're showing more of a human side to Loki.
Right, they're
Yeah.
human.
They're humanizing him a little more.
Yeah,
Like more emotional.
Yeah.
yeah. Because before he kind of like a side character. He was never really.
He would just
But he was a villain.
do bad
Yeah.
shit, get away, be annoying, and then now they're showing him like struggle and persevering.
My favorite part is that by the end of Endgame, or well, I guess by the end of the first one, was it Infinity War? You love Loki, and it's like fuck, like he died doing something noble.
Yeah.
Like, it's like fuck, he like started to change, and just as he was starting to change, he dies.
Yeah.
Now it's like you get this weird perspective where it's the old Loki that you hated.
Yeah.
But you still have that like bittersweet like fuck, but Loki, like he was starting to get good, and now he's this.
You have the version pre-change.
Yeah. So now you're just hoping that he becomes good again in some
Yeah.
form or whatever, you know?
My favorite aspect of it, I guess, is the whole time agency thing. That's not a spoiler.
No, that's the whole point of it.
That's a good one. You know what?
Yeah.
I had never heard of that comic. Like, because I don't like read the comics like that. If they.
And also, it's like an obscure thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to look for more information on it, like on Mobius.
Mobius M. Mobius or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a weird name like that.
Yeah, I was looking him up. He's
Yeah.
just a dude.
Yeah.
Works for the Time Guys.
Yeah.
And I was like,
think
huh.
There's one time he dies, and then they replace him with a guy who's like, it's Mobius M. Mobius, and I think the next guy's like Mobius N. Mobius. Or
Oh,
something
wow.
Like that. I don't know. It's like a thing that's not really touched upon.
Huh.
I want to know if they're ever gonna like show what the like the time lizards look like the timekeepers or whatever.
I have a theory on that.
I also have a theory on that.
I wanna hear
Our
it.
theories might overlap.
They definitely do.
I wanna hear
Later, we'll get to that.
I think a lot of the stuff that Loki does good is have a pretty big budget for it, right? It has a pretty huge
it. Looks
budget.
like it.
It's about the same as a movie.
Yeah, the CGI
It's
does not look
amazing.
bad.
No.
Like most of the CGI it looks pretty good. There are some scenes like in this recent episode with the fireworks in his hand. Like he's just like doing a little magic trick, you know. And I was like, that looks a little weird.
I think it
'Cause
looks weird because it's tiny.
The thing on his hand, like the track mat that they used on his hand wasn't like lined up good or something. Like it wasn't following his hand that good.
Right.
But everything else up here was fine. It was just this thing that like I tend to like look at that shit when I'm watching a movie because my brain wants me to look at it.
Right.
But like I was looking at it and I was like, there's something a little weird about that, but then immediately it cuts to like something else that's like, I'm like, fuck yeah, that's cool. Like good action in it too, actually.
There was one that I didn't like.
Which
The
one?
The beginning of the second episode with the "I Need a Hero."
Oh, you didn't like that?
It's played out. That song
Oh,
to
that's
an
fair.
action sequence.
That's fair.
And even when that episode came out, there was like three other things that did the "I Need a Hero" thing.
Yeah.
There was a He-Man trailer. There was like a new video game trailer.
I need a hero.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's just played out at this point.
Yeah.
It's like it's just taking. It's like each one is just taking the gas out of the next thing that does it. Yeah. I felt like that was played out, but
That's fair.
yeah. But the rest of it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Pretty good action.
Good cinematography in it too.
Yeah.
Like
I
all
think
the
so.
shots are really well like set up. I don't feel like anything ever looks like tacky nothing really looks like television-y, quote unquote, you know, like how like sometimes TV looks
It looks
like
very
TV.
well made.
It just looks like a
Like a movie.
yeah.
It does. It looks cinematic.
Which is kind of what I'm liking about current day like shows.
Well, these specifically these Marvel shows,
Yeah.
like they're basically just movies that are being turned into TV shows.
Yeah.
Like the time agency, like the kind of the world, like the
Yeah.
buildings and all that.
Yeah, the
That
retro
was-
aesthetic
That
to
was
it.
amazing.
Yeah.
that
It
was
does look
good.
cool.
It's like because it's a weird retro future aesthetic. It doesn't make a lot of sense, like retro future. Like if you were to look at an old sci-fi movie, what they think the future would look like.
They're like, that's the future.
Yeah, and then that's what the time agency kind of looks like.
I think this feeds into a theory you may have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I really like the show. I think it's spot on.
Yeah.
I think it started off stronger than the rest of the other ones. And the
I
other,
still haven't seen Falcon Winter Soldier.
it's good.
Yeah.
I'm on like episode like 1, 2
Oh.
maybe
Yeah.
1 or 2.
Mm.
Like this one doesn't really grab me.
Falcon and Winter Soldier
Yeah.
doesn't grab you.
I gotta
No.
watch it.
It gets better towards the end. I think. Yeah.
Does it hint at anything
What do you mean?
related? Like any like future?
No, I feel like that one's pretty self-isolated.
They even said too. They were like the creators were like, oh, this isn't gonna be like WandaVision where it's like
It's building up to something.
yeah, or
There-
it's
there
a lot
are
of,
some-
like, fan theories.
There are some things in Falcon and Winter Soldier where I was like, that could be like a future plot. That
I'm assuming it's Falcon and Winter Soldier is just setting up the new Captain America.
Yeah.
Like, who is the new Captain America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in reality, no, there's not really anything that's. It's mostly self-isolated.
Is there gonna be a new Ant-Man?
Yeah.
What's it called? Like
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Quantumania. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I know that people don't really like the Ant-Man stuff for the most part. Like,
People like
it. They didn't like the first one or the second one.
After the first one, remember when?
Your hair is so hot, Aura.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
After the first one, remember when the first one was that when Thanos snapped everyone away and they disappeared?
the second,
Second one.
That was the second one.
Yeah, at the end, I think.
So that was the first. Was that before the
Endgame.
Infinity Wars?
It was
Or-
after. It was right after.
Right after.
Yeah.
It was the first
Okay.
movie right after that,
Okay.
which I think is probably why people were probably sour on it, because it's like you have probably
All
at
these
that point
good movies.
the
Like,
greatest cinematic event to Marvel fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it was that, and then you have Ant-Man.
I just-
It was good.
If
I liked it,
If
yeah.
Paul Rudd is ever in a movie, I just like it.
There's some movies where he's
I
not
can't
good.
not like Paul Rudd.
Ever see the movie Mute?
I don't know that movie.
Not that good.
Not good.
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta,
Paul
watch,
Rudd in it.
I gotta watch it.
Paul Rudd in it, bro.
I gotta watch it.
Not that good. Though. I don't like it.
Is he not good in it?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
That's the thing is, if there's ever a movie with Paul Rudd in it, I always just like Paul Rudd in it. What's
So
that?
you like the entire last 5 seasons of Friends? Because he's in it.
I've never seen Friends. Or well, I've seen Friends.
Paul Rudd's in it.
Yeah?
Phoebe's boyfriend.
I don't really like Friends.
Like Paul Rudd though.
I'm okay with Friends. I don't like Friends.
Yeah, I don't like Friends.
I'd probably like Paul Rudd in Friends.
Pops up every now and then.
Oh, okay, like a side character. Is Phoebe Gwyneth Paltrow's character?
Gwyneth Paltrow's not in Friends.
What's her name?
Whose name?
Blonde chick.
There's like 3 of them.
Blonde chick.
There's 2 of them that are blonde.
The one that's like a hippie.
Yeah.
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Who plays her?
Lisa Kudrow.
Lisa Kudrow.
Nowhere near.
Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop.
Yes.
Got it. She's Iron Man woman.
Yes.
Pepper Potts.
Yes.
There we
Mhm.
go.
Gold
Iron
star.
Man woman.
Gold star.
Iron Woman. Thank you. You ever get gold stars in school?
No.
You know who deserves a gold star? Whoever did the cinematography for Loki.
Good
Segway.
Tri-
Off ramp,
realignment.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loki looking good.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those things where like I know that people are really tired of the Marvel stuff for the most part. Or, well, you know,
A lot of people are gassed out of it.
a lot of there's a lot of gas out, but I'm always just constantly like I love theories. You look like a babushka right now. You look like a little grandma. Like a little Russian grandma. You're welcome.
There you go.
Fuck.
You did this to yourself.
I like Loki.
Excellent. You like Loki? The
Um,
character.
I like how they portray him in this. I didn't like his character that much in Marvel. Like his character was what it got the job done.
Yeah, but he was just
it
a bad
was-
guy.
But
Like the smart bad guy.
he was the bad guy. But you know he's mischievous. That's his character. But they don't. I'm glad that they have the show around him now.
Yeah.
To like actually show him.
Let him shine.
Yeah. Like they show
yeah.
it. They show him going through his ups and downs.
I also just like seeing more of his powers. Because like you look at
Yeah.
Loki and you're like, well, what else can he do?
Yeah.
It's like, does he just make illusions? Or
Trickery.
what can he else?
Yeah. Does he shapeshift?
Like He talks about that in the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he talks about some.
Oh, like some
Well, they,
teleporting or
no, they go. You can create duplicates or something, and he goes, no.
That's
That's
a different thing.
I do this thing, but the way he describes it sounds like it's the same thing.
But it
It's
has like a
different.
subtle nuance to
It
it.
has a difference
Yeah.
to it. But that's also like in the character where he thinks he's like, no, I don't have those type of. Those are generic powers.
I feel like that's gonna come back up though, where he's gonna use that other power, and the subtle difference between that and illusion or illusion whatever is gonna like be what tricks someone, or
Maybe.
something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm saying this now. Owen Wilson is great in it.
I like him in this.
I really like
Yeah.
Owen Wilson.
I was
in
kind
general.
of upset that he's not in the third episode.
Yeah,
'Cause
he
I'm
did
like-
not pop up.
Yeah, I like the dynamic between the two of them.
I do too.
Good dynamic.
I want to see what happens later on with that. Because do we want to talk about spoilers now?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Let's do spoilers now.
An
Spoilers
hour
now.
50.
And then Mark.
Yeah. So Joe, do you want to start off with your theory?
Yeah, I don't think the time lizards are real.
Time lords, or whatever. Yeah, I don't think they exist.
space lizard.
Yeah,
I think they're not real.
yeah, I don't think they're real either.
No.
And I think the lady that is the judge, she
Yeah.
knows that.
Yeah, or I think they're all everybody's being played.
Mhm.
The question is, I don't know what yet.
Or by whom?
Or by
Probably
whom.
by that clock. Little hologram clock.
Maybe.
Because again, I told you about this TikTok that I saw where this guy went back and he saw Natalie Portman's character in the second or third Thor, I forget which one. She has second Thor, sorry. Is in the second Thor. She has a t-shirt on that has that clock creature on her shirt.
Yeah.
Like the clock hologram is on her shirt.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is that either that little thing is either what watches over the actual time stream or something, or is what's answering to the actual thing that may or may not actually be in charge of the flow of time.
Yeah. Well, if you remember, Loki was all like, "Are you alive or are you like a projection?" And he goes, "A little bit of both" or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes and no is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, well, that's a little. I think that's a little suspicious.
Yeah.
And also the fact that, what's it called? There was a fucking thing I spaced out on. Damn it. Fucking
me.
where it's always it's kind of like a Moses type deal where it's like God fucking gives Moses the tablets and then Moses comes to down from the hill
Yeah.
and goes, "These are the rules." It's kind of like that where it's like that the judge character is like, "These are the rules that the timekeeper said,"
Yeah.
but it's like,
Who is the one
yeah,
giving these rules?
yeah, it's like, is that
Is it what's
where's
going on?
there's probably some got lost in translation.
Yeah. She also said something to Owen Wilson's character, which stood out to me a little weird. It seemed very purposefully worded. It was when he was in her office. When they fucked up on accident, or oh no,
the thing got away.
yeah.
And
I forget what she says, but they're in her office and she said something, and I looked at that and I was like, that's gotta
mean something.
mean something later on.
Yeah.
Because she says something along the lines of, or he says something where he's like, he's the only one that doesn't go with the rules. Mobius, whatever his name is.
More. I think it's Mobius,
Mobius.
but it reminds me of Morbius, the fucking vampire.
Yeah.
So,
So-
either words.
Either he has autonomy against the greater plan of whatever is controlling the TA or whatever they're called, the Timeline
TVA.
Association.
The TV time variant agency.
There we go, the Timeline Association.
The timeline associate.
Uh,
Associated by Timeline Associates.
Time Warner. It's Time Warner Cable.
Time Warner Associates.
So what do you think
I think
with it?
they're all variant. All the people that are there are
Yeah.
variant. 'Cause
Which we were told that.
Yeah, we're
That
told him
was
this
later proven, I think.
in
Yeah.
the third episode. She says
Yeah.
that's what she told me.
Yeah.
And he goes, Loki goes weird, but if you look at the animation that explains what a variant is,
Mhm.
remember when Loki's walking through the orientation
Yeah.
and he sees that little animation, the character they use as a variant had a little mustache. I'm
Mm.
like, kind of looks like Owen Wilson's mustache. It where maybe he's the first variant. possibly.
Oh.
Well, what I'm also thinking is,
and they're constantly just
I-
erasing his mind.
oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I thought that variance, with what we are told about variance through the timeline association,
Yeah.
is
Time variance.
I know.
TVA. Just say TVA.
what we're told through them is variants are not allowed to exist
Yeah.
because if they do, the timeline's gonna redline and it can't be fixed,
Yeah.
and it'll lead to another war or whatever.
Yeah.
But if all of them are variants, then all that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because how long have all of them
they're
been
also,
around?
There are also variants that are placed at the end of time. So
But
they
they-
exist outside of that.
But they always pop in and out anyway.
Yeah.
And if a variant exists anyways, it leads to redlining.
Well, it's also like
Because they would have to be in their time. What I think it's going to ultimately lead to is, this is just a theory. Time travel does not make any sense.
no.
Time travel only makes sense if you're only allowed to go into the future.
Yeah.
Because if you were to go to the past, it would ruin time travel. You would destroy everything. Like,
Yeah.
literally. So, Futurama actually does it really well where they find a time travel machine and it can only go forward.
Yeah.
And so eventually they're just like, well, let's just try to go so far forward we end up back here.
Yeah.
And they do it, and eventually it happens again.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is happening is that there's a big thing also about like freedom of will or whatever. Or like,
Yeah.
is there free will?
Yeah.
And I kind of like that, like people touching on that subject. And Loki's like, well, fuck them, because if they're dictating everything, I don't like that because I don't get told what to do. I'm Loki. I do what I want.
Yeah.
So what I think it's ultimately going to lead to is time is just time.
I think my theory to what it's gonna end is that it's just gonna hit, like, let's say there's a button. Loki hits that button and time just schisms.
And then
It
that's
becomes
where-
just multiple branches,
Mm.
like how it was originally.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, originally that's how time was, and then all of those interceded, and then it created a big war that ended everything.
Yeah.
And then, well, according to that,
According to the Time Lord
yeah, that
website.
which is probably like some degree of truth to that.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe the Time Lord started the Time War.
exactly. Timekeepers, Time Lords are from Doctor Who.
Oh. There's Time Lords?
Yes, that's what Doctor Who is.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought he was a
timekeepers.
doctor.
Stop
She.
it. Them.
Them. They. Yeah,
There.
true.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ari? You got a theory?
I did. Fuck.
Hit us with it.
I think so basically, like, to keep it simple, I think if basically Loki's gonna fuck everything up
Yeah.
at the end,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's where Doctor Strange 2 comes. Like,
Well, yeah,
happens.
because Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. is a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And to have,
Ooh, Multiverse of Madness.
yeah, and to have a multiverse, you have to have
Multiple
Many.
timelines.
multiple
But possibly, yeah.
verses.
Like a song.
Yeah,
Rap.
it's him rapping.
Yeah.
I think Loki is gonna destroy the TVA, or it's gonna ultimately be destroyed. Not by Loki, maybe, but by like a force.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, if you see, Scarlet Witch altered space and reality, you know, Loki might fuck up time, reality and time being fucked at the same time.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange is like, what the fuck?
I gotta put the stone back on my neck. Do they still have it?
No,
Do they not have the Eye of Agamotto anymore?
no, that's destroyed. Because in Endgame they destroyed it.
Oh, yeah.
Thanos destroyed it.
Yeah. they-
Gone, reduced to atoms.
Oh, and then they had to return all the stones to their own respective times. Wait, but then they put the time stone back.
Yeah.
Oh, but so that it could all go back to leading up to things.
But
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But he still has his powers, right?
He still has his power.
Oh, yeah, he's like
Yeah.
the greatest wizard
Sorcerer.
sorcerer ever.
The Eye of Agamotto, with that would just like power him up, basically. Or...
That's just it, like how he
That's
uses
just the
time.
time stone. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how he
That's
like.
just the vessel.
I feel like if you use the time stone, it
So-
probably changes you forever.
It was never a buff. Like that item never really. Like,
Well, I
made him
mean,
stronger.
it's
It
as
wa-
much of a buff as using something that can alter time.
Yeah,
Well-
and then you lose the thing that.
so,
does the
the,
time.
so it just held the time stone in place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a person can't hold those stones.
Yeah.
yeah.
It
Oh,
allowed
okay,
him to
okay.
use the powers of the stone.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
'Cause
without
if you-
dying.
Like if you remember in Guardians of the Galaxy when they touched that purple stone, the power
Yeah, yeah.
stone, they were basically like burning away.
And it
Yeah.
took all of them together to use it.
It took all of them, and one of them was part celestial.
Which was who?
Peter Quill.
Quill. Oh, that's right. He is part celestial.
Something.
His
Part-
dad's a
Star-Lord?
planet.
Is that Star-Lord? Yeah.
His dad's a planet.
His dad's a planet.
Was a planet.
Is-
Rest in peace, old
He
man.
go.
He exploded.
That's his human vessel. The planet.
The planet exploded.
Yeah.
So he's
But he's
dead.
not. But he's not an old man.
No, he's a planet.
Yeah, he's
that
a planet.
exploded.
That old man we see is just like a little, just a little flesh sack.
Yeah.
Like, go do your business.
They didn't. Oh, and then like they blew up a bomb in him, right?
Yeah, and the brain.
Yeah. There's like a whole thing where like Groot's like, oh, I gotta blow it up, but I
And
forget
Rocket
which one
goes,
to. I forget which one to push.
Don't push the button.
He pushes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of burnt out by, not burnt, but I was burned by WandaVision. Where it was like it's gonna be all these things,
Mhm.
and then it was none of the things.
Yeah.
It was literally the simplest answer was the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we doing spoilers?
Yeah, we don't spoil it.
All right.
110.50.
And we'll cut back in 110.50. All right. So.
Alright, what are you doing? What are you watching? Playing something? Reading something?
Watching anime.
What anime are you watching?
I've told already, but like, I just feel like this season of anime right now, it's just underwhelming. Like there are some ones that really get that I like,
Yeah.
but right now, I mean, what I look forward to is So I'm a Spider. What?
It's called
I don't know.
So
We
what?
talked about it.
I'm a spider. So what?
It's the name. It's a great anime.
Yeah.
Anime recently has been having very like specific names that are meant to be weird.
Yeah.
So like it's like a girl who like their entire class like dies, and they all get like turned into like
They get reincarnated
as like
into
different
the world.
and like different like essentially player characters in like a fantasy world, and everyone else is like a hero
Yeah.
or whatever or like something super powerful, and then she starts as a spider,
But she's like
very weak.
she's gonna become like the strongest character there.
Yeah, they're like
Absolutely.
it's just a thing where it's like she starts as a shitty spider, but she's reincarnated first before anyone else,
Right.
and so she has like a 15-year lead to get more powerful than everyone else. It's really I don't know where it's leading because I'm not fully caught up with it,
Yeah.
but it looks pretty cool, and they do a lot of things with time where they cut back and forth a lot.
It's really interesting how they do that. I'll
Yeah.
be like some episodes I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like
If you don't
they
like
jump.
isekais,
It's
I think it's funny enough to hold. But
It's
again,
pretty
if you just
good.
don't like isekais, you probably don't like it.
That it?
There is. Is that it? Well, One Piece is coming to an end.
Finally?
Well,
it's
the
coming
manga's
close.
not even over.
They're getting close to the end.
Well, they know of the end.
Yeah. Well, it's getting like it's getting close to the end.
Yeah.
Like the author literally said it.
Oda.
Yeah. So,
I feel like One Piece has been
Dude.
close to the end for like
You
the
know what's-
last 600 episodes.
Yeah.
no.
You know what's really sad about like Jujutsu Kaisen? The guy who's like writing the manga, as
Yeah.
well as like a bunch of other people who are like writing other mangas that are really popular. A lot of them are like putting all of their stuff on hiatus because they're all getting sick.
Yeah.
Not because of COVID, just because like manga writers and like the like artists and everything, they're so overworked that they're constantly working every day without a break that they all just get really bad health issues. Like some guy died
Yeah.
The guy
who's writing a big show.
Berserker.
Berserk died. Yeah,
Berserk.
Yeah, the guy that wrote Berserk died.
Yeah.
And never finished it.
It was
So,
like, I remember I was in the comment section of, cause there's a meme going, the Guts theme meme
Yeah.
or whatever. And I was like, whatever, I'll click on this video.
Yeah.
And then one of them, the comments was like, 324 hiatus, and then dies, and then me listening to this now.
One of the people like taught their wife how to draw so that they could continue it
Just in case?
Just in case they die. It's fucking insane.
For the person who the writer of World Trigger, the manga writer,
Mhm.
he was in bad health, and also so that like the anime went on to like this sudden like break
Yeah.
for like a year or two.
Wow.
And then they recently started it back up when and all that. So like, dude, it was really good.
Yeah.
But like, his wife, is the writer of Sailor Moon.
Wow.
And
Oh,
and he was like, if anything ever happens to him, then his wife is gonna take over.
That's the thing. I don't know.
I feel like we were just all like doing like a
a
three-way shake where we're probably talking about the same thing.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could just be, it's either we're talking about the same thing or the sadder answer, which is just 3 different scenarios of the exact same thing happening.
Yeah.
I don't know which one's worse.
You want to know what made me
None of
sad
them.
recently?
Go for it.
So I've been trying to read my book again.
Which one?
That's in my room. I was trying to read it. I was about to read my book. I was like, do you ever just get that thing where you're like, you have a book and you're like, well, I'm not really in the mood to read it right now.
Yeah.
But then like you get hit with like this thing and you're like, I feel like reading my book right now.
Yeah.
I had that recently, and then because of the way my brain is, I got distracted, and like because I was like playing a game or whatever, and then I got up to go to the kitchen. I sat back down, looked at my book, and went, I don't feel like reading my book.
You got it and then you lost it?
I got it and I lost it. I was like, fuck, if only I could sit in that mood.
Well, that's relatively normal, man.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's writing. For me, it's like, I gotta write right now. And then, like, I'll hear, like, a noise or something. And I'll be like, check out what that is. Then I go back and I'm like,
yeah.
So.
I beat Captain Tsubasa.
Why'd you beat him?
It's a game.
Like,
He's a middle school soccer player from Japan.
You don't have to say more.
Oh.
You can beat him all you want.
Kick his ass.
Yeah.
No, Captain Tsubasa is essentially FIFA but anime.
Oh, nice.
Hold on, I gotta show you something.
I thought it was wait. Whoa.
What?
Oh.
You good?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. It was
What?
like I said nothing.
Did you get lightheaded?
No, I got like a fucking.
I'm gonna make sure it's muted. This is like super copyright.
Where you're like, it's an anime, and then but like my brain went. He said game, but he said anime, but he said game.
But
he
anime
said,
game, but also FIFA. This is the only time that now I feel like if I tried to play FIFA, I'd be not bad. I've always been dog shit at FIFA. Because
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
really
definitely
into it.
not good at FIFA.
But look at this shit, dude. Watch this. So this is like the animation in the game. Like when you pull off a move, this is just like a cutscene though that uses that animation. Look at this. Your character is like normally the one in the middle that they kick the ball to. They launch the brother in the air, headbutt it to the other one, and then you kick it into the goal, and it like normally you'll score. It's just like a outlandish, like it's a very, very, very old like IP. Like Captain Super. I didn't know this, but like look at this. Where is the old Captain Tsubasa? Old. Okay. Look at how shitty this looks.
Oh, that's like a NES or the Famicom.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like the weird thing that I saw though. Oh, maybe it's this one. Maybe it was that one. But yeah, like this is a fucking old IP. I didn't know how old this IP was until like I looked up for 1988, dude.
This is probably like an arcadey soccer game. It's probably not.
It
like
started
FIFA.
out as one, yeah.
Probably not like FIFA though.
Now it is.
No, I mean like even I'm talking about the new one.
No, the new one is like FIFA.
Is it?
Yeah, I beat it. Captain Tsubasa. Look, so you just like, like you got like goal kicks and stuff that you gotta do. Yeah, look, so do that you gotta.
Oh, but yeah, it's like FIFA, but it's more arcadey.
Yeah. It has like special abilities in it and stuff.
Yeah.
What I like about it more than FIFA is that like you have to like set up certain criteria to do certain special moves, so it's not like super cheesy. Also,
Yeah. Well, also,
no, there's not. But like in this, like it feels like there's a reason to like set up certain things. This guy sucks at this game, by the way. I'm just gonna say that now. He sucks.
Don't say his name.
I won't, but you suck. You didn't even do a special shot.
Yeah,
You fool! You have to do 2 dribble moves, and then that'll let you do your special immediately. You idiot! That way you don't have to wait to charge up your full ability. Joseph, I'm not gonna miss it this podcast. What are you up to?
I was so dumbfounded by what you said. I was
Yeah.
like, look at him. He believes in his dream of soccer.
Yeah, they all want it. The main Captain Tsubasa wants to go to Brazil.
Nice.
To be the
Be
best soccer player in Brazil.
In Brazil?
And to be the best in the world, is what he said.
Yeah, I mean, he's not far off.
Yeah.
He'd go to like Real Madrid. Though.
Also, a lot of like cultural,
Barcelona?
like
CR7.
don't know what any word you're saying are.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Come on,
Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay. Captain Tsubasa has a lot of representation in it. Like, you know, like how in anime, like when they show like people of color, it's a very caricature person.
Yeah, it
Like-
borders on offensive.
Yeah, Captain Tsubasa is like the opposite. It's
Yeah.
like no one looks like a caricature of a person. Like, look at the American team Captain Tsubasa. There's some dude named Blake on it, whose special movie is called The Blake Shot.
Go to images, man.
Damn it. I thought they have the team. Look, that's the goalie. And then that's the main forward. And they're like frenemies or whatever, you know? This dude's a nutty goalkeeper too. And he has kind of cool hair. Got like a red and blue dyed hair thing.
Using
going.
them Barcelona.
Yeah.
You don't even know what I said.
You said them Barcelona colors. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. What have you been doing?
A couple things. Watched the documentary called "You Cannot Kill David Arquette," which is about David Arquette wrestling again, so he can restore his name. It's a weird story. It's kind of like
Just trying to restore his name.
yeah. There's a lot of background to it,
Oh, okay.
which they explain in like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a
Bas-
docuseries or just a straight up documentary?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
Basically, okay. So give a little history lesson on David Arquette.
Mhm.
David Arquette was an actor in the '90s.
Okay.
He was like in Scream and other stuff. Eight-Legged Freaks. If you've seen that.
Yeah.
Just like David Arquette.
David Archuleta.
Go to his all. Go to the all. You can see his movie.
Graham.
Scream is the biggest one, I think,
Yeah.
that he's known for.
Never been kissed.
It's weird that they have Scream 2 and Scream 3, but those are like not the well-known ones.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm getting off topic. He's a guy who's famous for those movies.
Yeah.
And then in like the late '90s, he made a movie called Ready to Rumble, which was a wrestling movie.
Mhm.
And to promote the movie, WCW, who at the time was the main competition at WWE, went, come over to our promotion
Mhm.
and advertise and maybe like do like some guest spots, whatever,
To David Arquette.
to David Arquette. And David Arquette's a big wrestling fan,
Yeah. Okay.
so he
Alright.
went, yeah, I'm all for it. And then so like to just get a cheap ratings pop, they go, David Arquette, we're gonna put the world title on you.
Oh.
The world title
Why?
to get a ratings pop. And then everybody was like dumbfounded. Even David Arquette himself was like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
DDP was like, that's a bad idea. Jeff Jarrett was, that's a bad idea.
Was it WrestleMania 21?
No,
Oh.
that's something else.
Oh.
The movie was Ready to Rumble.
No, but was he in WrestleMania 21?
Oh, it probably was. Yes, he did. WCW Thunder, WCW
Nitro? But this
Ready to
is
Rumble.
21 years ago.
He still gets shit for it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's basically, it's credited with ruining WCW.
Really?
Yeah. It was such a bad, maligned thing that people go, that's what put WCW out of business.
That's crazy to me. I'm thinking of AEW. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wait, what was WCW the one where they threw all the chairs in the ring?
That's ECW.
That's ECW. That's what I'm thinking of then.
Yeah. They all, don't worry, they all sound
They all
the
got
same.
an E and a W in them.
They all got E, W,
Action.
a C.
Something action wrestling, something wrestling
Yeah.
extreme.
Look, man, here's the thing. There's WCW, then
Yeah.
there's WCCW,
Okay.
then there's WWA.
Okay.
There's so many wrestling promotions that
Then there's WWF, but no,
That's
because the
WW
World Wildlife Federation,
bitches.
they
bastards.
sued for it.
Yeah. Anyways,
WWE got sued by the World
Yeah.
Wildlife Federation.
Yeah.
to get fund, not federation.
There we go.
Yeah.
The World Wildlife Fund.
Yeah.
Federation.
Federation.
The Time Federation.
World Wrestling Federation. To get back to David Arquette, and then people were like, that's what ended WCW, and he got so much shit for it. And then sometime around 2019,
Mhm.
he goes, I'm gonna wrestle again. I'm gonna train, and I'm gonna do it right,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna just restore my name in the wrestling world because I'm tired of getting shit for it.
Yeah.
And so that's what the documentary is about. But the documentary is also a documentary, but also not a documentary.
Okay.
They do this wonderful thing where they mix in real footage. Like I'm all like, there's one like the real footage, and there's a narrative underneath that footage.
What do you mean?
Like it's scripted
Yeah.
in certain parts, but there's some parts that it's like that's a documentary. They're really like doing like talking
okay.
heads.
So they're crafting a narrative as well as pushing in it
a documentary.
like a documentary.
So it's like a weird hybrid.
yeah.
So it starts off as a normal documentary,
Mhm.
then it takes a weird narrative turn,
Mhm.
goes back to being a documentary for a bit, narrative, then narrative again, then documentary narrative ending.
Weird.
It's really well done. I'm not doing it justice.
Who made it?
I don't know who made it,
What's it called?
you cannot kill David Arquette.
Cannot.
And also I keep in mind I didn't do research on purpose
Yeah.
because I don't want to ruin the magic.
It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. That's where I saw it.
Coco Arquette.
Yeah, that's his daughter.
Patricia Arquette.
Yeah, that's his sister.
Gina McClark.
That's his wife.
Brittany
That's
Cox.
his ex-wife.
Oh, who? Brittany Cox?
They're married for a long time. But and yeah, and so it's that, and it's fucking amazing.
Is he a good wrestler?
No, no. He started off as shit.
Yeah.
Like, look, this is him when he started off.
This?
This is him by like the end of it.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah, still not a good wrestler.
Okay, but he's
Yeah.
healthy.
Yeah. And yeah, it's I don't want to say anything because I want people to watch it,
Yeah.
but it's amazing. Like he talks about like his anxiety and his alcoholism problems.
Yeah.
You see his like the outline of his dick because he goes to get like a tanning
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And he put like his dick in a little pouch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's good. That's David Arquette's dick.
Got a dick out.
Got a dick out. You see his ass a lot.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Would you say that if someone is a fan of wrestling, they would
You
like
definitely
this?
need to watch this. Yeah.
Okay.
I think even if you're not a fan of wrestling, because they talk about that where he's a big fan of wrestling,
Yeah.
but his entire family doesn't know what wrestling is.
Do they like disapprove of it?
Yes, because he's fresh off a car crash.
Oh,
when he starts.
no.
Yeah, and he's got like cracked ribs and
Oh my god.
he's like really unhealthy and
That was
shit.
like a spoiler.
chair fart.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Breaking it in.
You've had chair farts with the chair before.
Oop, I slipped out. I didn't notice.
But it's really good. They have one cool moment that it's actually like I'm pretty sure if you look up David Arquette, it will pop up where he gets his throat slit on accident and still goes back to
What?
finish his yeah. If you go right there to that first image, right there, right on the jugular,
Oh my god.
and he wrestled one of the modern day New Jack is what people describe him as, Nick motherfucking Gage. This guy.
Yeah.
They did a segment where he cracked the light bulb on
Oh
David
yeah,
Arquette
like the fluorescent tube.
there, and then
Oh,
he got right here. If you go right here,
This?
Yeah, he was doing this spot where he's running the blade across David Arquette's forehead.
Yeah.
I guess something happened where David pushed him off,
And it.
and then the thing slipped and went like that, and then there's a moment where they stop and they go, and they look at each other, and then like you just see the blood coming out. The blood coming out, and then fucking see right here.
Oh.
That's the exact moment.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then he steps out, like I guess gets his bearings, and then steps back in, and they do a quick finish, and then he rushes to the fucking hospital.
Holy
Luke Perry
shit.
drives him to the hospital before Luke Perry died.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you see his son, Jungle Boy, Luke Perry's son.
Oh, David Arquette's son.
Now, David Arquette has sons, but they're like babies.
Wait.
Jungle Boy. Then his son, Jungle Boy. He's been dead, man. We've talked. You and me have had this exact conversation.
What's he in?
90210.
Riverdale.
Yeah, I mostly
Best show
know
ever.
Riverdale.
Yeah.
You like it?
I love that show.
Yeah.
Perry's son. Wait.
Jungle Boy.
His son's name is just Jungle Boy.
No, it's not his. If you look right here, you can see his real name. But that's his character's name, so that's
But
what you
look,
call
that's
him.
why I was like, huh?
But that's what you call him, because that's what he goes by.
Oh,
Anyways.
they lost their father.
Oh, yeah, they did. Jungle Boy.
5'10".
He's short.
Hey.
He's short. In terms of being a wrestler, he's short.
All wrestlers are super tall. Most wrestlers are tall.
There's
Except
a lot
for
of short
ones.
wrestlers now.
Yeah.
Like, no, well, not short, like average height wrestlers. Short in the wrestling world.
Oh my god. New Jack died.
New Jack is dead.
Yeah. Like as of recent,
Like maybe
a month or two ago.
2 months ago, I'm gonna say.
2 months. Yeah.
New Jack's dead. We have Nick Gage. Nick Gage is a suitable replacement for New Jack.
Yeah.
New Jack actually appears in that documentary
Oh.
for like a split second. So does Scott Hall. There's a lot of wrestlers that pop up. And then but David Arquette posed with New Jack, and it was New Jack holding like he's all like knife, and then New Jack goes, oh okay, and he goes in right here, and they're like Yeah.
That sounds like a very New Jack thing.
Well, I mean, I guess people want to pose with New Jack, trying to
kill him.
Yeah.
What if it was with the fresh jugular cut on his throat?
This was before he started. So this is also what you see like a lot of the. I don't want to say sadness because I don't want to make myself sad, but a lot of like the downer of what wrestling is, where they go, oh yeah, we're gonna do a wrestling convention and we're gonna get like 8x10s, and we're gonna sell merch and all that stuff. But then you see what the wrestling convention is, and it's like the lobby of a motel room.
Yeah.
And it's like
with like a table, like a fold-out table set.
Fold-out table, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of like, that's people do that where they do convention circuits.
Yeah.
And that's like their main source of income now.
Yeah.
Because that's what they got to do. It's real sad.
Yeah, that is a big sad thing.
Especially guys like Scott Hall. I'm like, you were on top of the world, man.
Like how there's also like the people that do like public speech or not public speech. What are they called? Like
public speaking?
Yeah, but like for people to feel good about themselves.
Oh, like life coach?
Like like that type of stuff.
Shit like that.
Yeah. Motivational speakers. Yeah, like Gary Vee. Yeah. Or like not Gary Vee in this circumstance because he's like famous, but like the people that just their livelihood is made off of like essentially going from ballroom to ballroom of like small shitty hotels and like just talking to like a group of like 10 people and then
miserable
who are just miserable in life.
Yeah.
And then they're just trying to get anything out of life. And then it's like, thanks, each of you give me $10, and then they get like $10 and it's like, well, on to
the next town.
On to Newark.
Yeah.
Where we are.
Newark. Or Battle Creek, Michigan.
Or Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I love the Packers.
David Arquette also does a backyard wrestling thing.
Yeah.
And this is when like it clicked to me like, oh, this is like a narrative. This is like a story. This is like a scripted movie right now. This is like a cinematic movie. But like it clicked there, but he goes, yeah, I'm just gonna go with a bunch of kids and have fun, doing a small wrestling promotion. And then he gets there and then they go, and then someone goes, yeah, it's backyard wrestling. And then he like it's almost like a sudden realization to everybody who's like making the movie where it's like, oh, backyard wrestling. Which is just when kids put up a wrestling ring and wrestle in it.
Oh.
Gets a shit kicked in.
By children?
I like 20-something-year-olds.
Oh, okay.
Like young teenagers maybe.
Okay.
Or like older teenagers. And gets a shit fucking rock. But I'm pretty sure that's scripted.
Okay.
And then he goes to fucking Mexico to train with DDP.
Diamond Page?
Diamond Dallas Page. And like a weird fucking like kung fu master type deal. Like, how you gotta...
Oh, was that a narrative thing?
Yeah. And I'm like...
That's funny.
I'm like, that makes sense. And then he goes to Tijuana to learn wrestling from luchadors.
Okay.
That moment actually genuinely made me cry.
Really?
There was a moment that I'm like, fuck, that's such a beautiful moment. Like, there's one where, like, they teach him how to wrestle, and then, like, they take him to the back, and, like, they tell the camera to look away.
Yeah.
But, like, they still have the mics, and they go, almost like, "Quitando las máscaras," which means we're going to take off our masks. And that's, like, a big honor.
Oh.
So, like, you get to see what, like, when you see, like, what a wrestler's face is. Yeah. And then they gave him the mask, too. So that's, like, a double big honor. So I'm like, it's so weird. And, like, he even, like, I'm pretty sure he broke character and, like, goes to the camera and goes, they gave me their mask. And he, like, starts crying and shit. I'm like, oh, my God, that's so beautiful.
That is very beautiful.
Yeah. But he learned, and then he goes to, gets his throat slit by Nick Gage.
In that match?
No, later on.
Oh,
And
okay.
then- It's pretty cool.
Well, it sounds good.
Yeah.
And it's on Hulu,
It's on Hulu.
so check it out.
Nick Gage also. Look him up if you want to have a good time.
Nick Cage.
Nick Gage.
Who's that?
Sounds like a porn star.
Look him up. Nick Gage.
Luke Cage.
Nick, and then Gage. Also, ironically, he slit David Arquette's throat, but he has also had his throat slit
Oh my
in
god.
the ring, and his was way worse than David Arquette's. His was legit like get a towel, wrap it up,
Or you will die.
or yeah. That's
Oh
not
my
Nick.
God.
That's not Nick Gage at all.
They gotta stop doing the fluorescent tube stuff. That's really bad.
Oh, look at that. Hold on, go back. This right here.
Yeah.
It's John Moxley. He's a
Oh.
former world champion.
Yeah.
You know that's a pizza cutter, by the way. You know what he does?
What?
Stick it right here.
Yeah.
Slices.
Why?
This is Nick fucking Gage.
Stop it.
That's just what he does.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
There's a dark side of the ring on him. So if you want to look up Nick Gage,
Oh, he has a dark side of the ring as well.
yeah,
Nice.
Pretty-
Makes sense.
yeah. I mean, come on, he's modern day New Jack.
Yeah.
You're
that
not
makes
a
sense.
you're not New Jack, and you're not a New Jack till you get a dark side of the ring.
Well.
That's it. That's the
Alright.
show.
Or you got anything?
Any words?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay.
Special thanks to Glacier for the music, and we will post a link in the description below to their music.